Okay, this is Tracy Heck with AXS, and I'm up at Royal Oak Music Theater, and I'm with Flora from Nightwish. And how are you doing today?
All good.
All good. And we just want to talk a little bit. Obviously, you have the show tonight. Are you guys excited to be up here playing?
Sure.
Yeah. Have you played here before? Have you been with your other band here before or no?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Just something new then, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They can pack a lot of people in here though, even though it's kind of a small.
It looks like a lovely place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as for the tour, how well has it been going so far?
Good. Yeah. We sold out 4 of the 6 shows we've played so far,
Okay.
which is really good, and we got a lot of positive responses.
Yeah.
So it's good to be back in the States.
And for you, has there been a date that stood out so far from here?
No, not really, actually.
Not yet. As far as what's coming up touring wise, I know you guys are running this for another month or so, and then what's going on after that?
We are off to China and Japan after that, and Russia after that,
Okay.
and then comes the summer festivals in
Okay.
Europe. But this time we also come back to Canada. We come to Montreal, play heavy Montreal
Oh, okay.
in August. Yeah.
Okay. And then as far as for the set list, has there been a song that's been standing out for you guys? Maybe from the new album that's been going over the best?
Not really. I mean, we've been touring for a year now
Yeah.
with this album.
So you've kind of done everything.
So, of course, this is the promotional period for that album, so we have a lot of songs in our set list that we really don't play around with much. Those we want to keep into the set list also because this is our second US or North American tour, but we are hitting a lot of different cities, different areas. So those songs we will keep playing, and if you've been doing that for a year, it doesn't really stand out anymore.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, really good fun to play, but we do have a lot of other songs that we kind of vary with to keep it interesting for ourselves and for audience. We have a couple of people who really come to a lot of shows, so then we can provide with something that is a little bit different.
For you, with this album, obviously this is the first one you've done with them. What do you think about this album kind of stands out for the band? Besides, obviously, it being your first, but...
You mean a song?
Just like in general, how do you feel this one kind of, I guess, stacks up with the Nightwish albums? What makes them maybe kind of different or stand out, I guess?
Well, one of the things that really is different is the concept of lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time, it's not purely escapism, but also a little more real world stuff in there.
Yeah.
They have the evolutionary theories, biology, the splendor of life, a stand against organized religion. That has never been on any previous record before. So that, in that sense, it definitely sticks out.
And when working on the album, what do you felt you kind of brought to the process that may have been different for them when they went in to record?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Like, was there something that you felt you brought maybe that was a little different in the way that they record, or?
Well, for one, we really went through the songs together during rehearsals.
Yeah.
So we really went into details already before recording. Really played it through. Really already had a very good band feel about it.
Yeah.
And that was different from previous times. And of course, I'm a different person. I come with a different background, so of course there are a lot of differences in there. For me too, to work on an album that I didn't write or co-write, but because of working together in these rehearsal periods, we really, all of us got to really kind of customize our parts.
Yeah.
You know, so I gave it a twist that is truly mine, and that felt really, good to say this is our album. This is something unique that only us can make at this point in time.
And kind of coming into the band, were you a fan before? Was there a song maybe that was your favorite and you kind of really wanted to perform that when you first came in?
I was a fan, absolutely. I knew the band for many, many years. We toured together at that point about 10 years ago. So we knew each other, and I always followed their career and loved the music a lot. I can't really remember if there's one song that really stood out that I would want to do. There were a lot of them and still are.
Yeah. And for this tour, obviously you have the 2 bands that are opening. It's a really great tour. Have you had a chance to like really get out and spend time together to do things, or is it kind of just you're constantly moving from the next city to the next city? But
well, we got to the US, and the next day we had our first show, and then we did 4 on a roll. Then we had a day off, and now we have another 4 on a roll. So we don't have any energy left. Me as a singer, no. I know the bands, or some people a bit better than others. So we of course run into each other, but it's not like we've been having much time.
To spend time. And for you, what's the most, fun thing that you're looking forward to coming up for the band? I mean, you guys, are you going to be able to sing any more singles from the album, or are you pretty much done with that?
I don't think we'll bring out a new album. We're working on a DVD, or single, I mean, but looking forward-wise, I've never been to China personally, so that's going to be my first time. I'm semi-excited about that. I'm very curious to play for these people, but there's a lot about China that I can't stand behind as a vegetarian and animal lover, and humanist in general. Things are slightly bit different there, so I'm curious to see how that's going to be like. But
I've heard that the crowds are supposed to be very different. Just it's kind of a different feeling when you go to a show, because it's kind of they have such a different view on things. So
let's see.
I've heard that, but and then. When you guys, I know you said you're not working on a new album, but do you guys have an idea on when maybe you want to?
I didn't say that actually.
Oh, you're not? Okay. I thought you said, yes, you said you didn't have any like new music, I thought. Or maybe you just don't have it.
There's going to be a single.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. So are you working on an album then?
No.
Not at the moment. But do you guys kind of have an idea on when you might want to start looking at that again, or are you going to take another year or so before you even think about it?
Yeah, well, the first thing that's going to happen after this world tour is that we're going to take a whole year off. Okay. Which is something that in the 20 years of Nightwish never happened. Yeah. And we go from there. Yeah.
For you, kind of maybe looking forward, is there a certain thing that you would like to do with the band that maybe they haven't done yet, that you maybe, I don't know, but maybe even touring wise? I know you said you haven't been to China. Is there some place else that you'd like to go that maybe they haven't been yet?
Well, we've really been covering a lot of places in the world. So, I've never been to Iceland. I would love to play there. Yeah. That would be a nice place to go to. But other than that, no, I'm already spoiled rotten with the amount of things that we've been doing now.
And for you, do you have anything else going on now? I know you've been kind of concentrating on Nightwish, but do you plan to maybe look at anything else while you're taking this break?
Yeah, I can't imagine I would sit on my ass for a whole year. Then again, I had my Dutch band Revamp when I joined Nightwish. We were working on a new album. So I've been touring a month, then making an album, touring some more. A week after the last show we released that album, I went on tour with Revamp, then I went into the studio with Nightwish, then we went on tour with Nightwish. So I've been working non-stop for so many years now that the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that I'm not working for a little bit and take it easy. But I'm in the process of making plans. So.
What's your favorite thing to do when you actually have time off and have a chance to relax?
I just spend time with friends and family. Yeah.
And then I took a few questions from a few people that wanted to, just kind of some quick questions. If you could describe maybe the rest of the band members with one word, what would you say?
One word. It's a ridiculous thing to describe someone in one word. They're all awesome people. Yeah. It's
hard to bring it down. And then well, we talked about places that you'd like to play, but for you, what's been the favorite place you've ever played with any of the bands that you've been in?
I don't have favorites because no. I mean, we there are places that really bring out something special, but that can be for a lot of reasons. To just say that was one of the favorite shows we've done on this tour was in Tampere, and that's really not a city where you would say, wow, favorite place to go to. But we had our first stadium show there. Okay. It was a very special show that really stood out. We really stuck our necks out to do a show like this, and we haven't had a massive production. So that was something really, really special. Also to do something on that scale with that many eyes on you, it was a really quite something to do, and to see that it went well, that was something really that stood out for me.
And if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
I will be dead.
It's always been music for you?
Yes.
What was kind of the first moment that you knew that this was something that you could make a career out of?
Well, career is a whole different thing. I mean, when you're a teenager, you don't think in careers.
Yeah.
You just dream about things. And I was a teen, and I joined a school musical, and I found out that I could sing. I had no idea. I was a bit of a gray mouse, and I was afraid of everything, or at least socially not very normal. And I sang, and that worked, and that really opened a whole new world for me. And from there I went into bands, and I was only 16, 17 years old when I met After Forever, and we started to become more serious. Of course, that goes in a course of 2-3 years, going from 16, 17 to 18. By that time I knew for real, and I wanted to start a school and become a professional musician. And there weren't any schools at the time. Like, there was only a conservatory, or more light music, more towards theater, or jazz. And neither of them really truly appealed to me. But then a new school started back in '99. That one I joined. That was a rock academy. That was super, but very new. So, you know, gradually, but the band was growing gradually.
Yeah.
I was studying more and more, got curious about a lot of things. So after I've done that, and also during my studies at Rock Academy, I started to take lessons from a teacher at the conservatory, because I missed out, or my teachers at Rock Academy didn't really do much with the more highly belted voices, and opera, of course not. But mainly the things that I was using in my band never really passed it was never taught. So I got a different teacher, and after that I did 2 more years there in part-time on conservatory to learn more about that type of singing.
And then your favorite thing about touring?
I think it's the whole process of it. There is not one thing. Of course, the shows are that's the reason we're doing this.
Yeah.
And if those are not fun, if you think about it, we play between 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. That is on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of time left. So the show, yes, that's the highlight, but the whole process, I really love the nightliner tours where you have the freedom to go to bed and get up whenever you want to. There's no, lobby call when you have to do flights like we did in Latin America or in Australia, where every morning, you have to get up, and they go to an airport, you hang there, you wait, you sit in a plane, you get out, you go to a hotel. That is, I find that very exhausting.
Yeah.
The show is. But on a nightliner tour, you have a little bit more time. You also have more time to interact. We have a game we like to play, so we're very social with each other, and that whole process I really like. Those are the favorite things on tours, and just the fun of being able to we are good friends.
Yeah.
We really became that, and so you have a lot of fun together. You also know each other well enough to know that, okay, you can't be social 24/7. Nobody survives that, but okay, you need a moment.
This is the time to back off,
Or let's have a drink and hang out. But as I said earlier, this tour has been having a very intense start. So far on this run, we haven't been able to have much energy left to do much, but usually we do, and it's always great fun.
And then as a fan, what's been the best concert you've ever seen?
From Nightwish, you mean?
Well, it could be from Nightwish. Anybody that you've seen outside of your
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hate favorite questions. I
It's hard
really
to
like
narrow
that
down.
about that show, and I really love there is not really one show for me that sticks out. That's like the show of my life. I know some people have that. I don't. I've seen many great shows.
I guess maybe, is there a show that you saw that made you think, I could incorporate this into my live set, maybe, kind of thing?
No.
Not really?
Not really. No, I've seen elements of shows that I thought that's great, but not one thing that really stood out, like, oh, I want to look like that, I want to be like that. No.
What kind of music did you listen to growing up? What was your biggest, genre kind of music?
Well, as a kid, I basically listened to whatever my parents were listening to, which is mainly was classical music or some pop stuff, some blues stuff. but music was never that much like, oh, now it's September, let's play our favorite records or anything. And when I became 14, 15, I started to listen more to grunge and to rock. Because I found some friends who listened to that, and I got interested in that, and from there it went into metal.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty fast. Still like the heavy stuff, but nowadays it's a little bit wider. I like a lot of different kinds of music.
And then finally, you guys have been doing the meet and greets on this tour. For you to get the chance to get out there and meet them, what does that mean to you to be able to get a chance to really take that time with the fans? And
well, I really appreciate it because during a show is not a good moment.
Yeah.
People do want to interact. They talk or scream to you. You're already singing something, so it's a little bit difficult to react, or they have a sign of which they kind of hope you react. But in a show, it would be it would ruin the atmosphere. Plus, there are always more of the people than just you. So we're not going to interact with one person like that. I would never do that. I also find it very disturbing, actually, because I'm already trying to focus on singing. So, but people wanted to reach you, and some people more than others, or they stand around your buses. Either you just got up and you're not in the mood for that instantly, or they stand at the bus after the show when I showered and I'm tired and I'm having wet hair. I'm not going to stand outside and risk my voice on that. So to create circumstances where you can meet and people can say what they want to say and actually get an answer back, I think that is very nice. And of course, I also want to hear, are you excited about the show, or about the album, or whatever people want to tell us that this is a good chance for it. So because when you don't meet anybody, like we did in the European tour, we played arenas. The places were simply too big to, say to only a really tiny, okay, this is a 12,000 capacity arena. We're going to have a meet and greet with 100 people. Nah,
not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. No, that's not cool. And it's also so big that you don't run into people. Buses are parked far away from the audience. You're even physically further away from people. And even though that really comes with its own charm, you don't really interact much with your audience. Not like here. And I can really enjoy it. Plus, we have a lot of fun. We're a bunch of kids behind that table. We have fun, and people get so nervous. So exactly. We need to ease up everybody, and I like it.
And then, do you have any final words for the fans that are coming out to this tour?
Well, I got this question asked a few days ago, and I realized, I've been saying a lot of the same things, that we're excited to come out, and we're excited to play stuff from this latest album, but I would say by now that's a bit obvious. We are very excited, however, to see that on a second US tour, our North American tour, in this case, we managed to sell out places. Because people really, really want to see
I noticed a lot of them were sold out.
And for that we're really, really grateful. We're very happy that people are taking up this album so well and want to see our shows and are so positive about us on social media as well. So we're very, very happy for that chance, and even though we will have this year off, it doesn't have anything to do with how things are in the band. I've seen some fine, people starting to gossip online, like, why would you take a year off? We take a year off because we can and because we want to. That's all there is to it. It has nothing to do with how things are in the band. And it also doesn't mean that we haven't been thinking about what's coming next. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. So we hope that after this break, people will still be equally excited to come out and see whatever we've got cooking up in our kitchen for them. And
Well, I think this tour has been long. Like, it's been a really long tour too, I think, compared to maybe some other ones, or at least this US, because you guys did the other leg not too long ago too. So it just feels like it's been a little bit longer too. So that could be part of why you guys want to take a break too, I would think.
No, not really, because the world tours are not longer or anything more than on previous runs. But if you think about it, 20 years without a break, that is way has more to do with it than anything else. And also because, we're a bunch of very creative people. as you can see, a lot of everybody in the band has been having side projects.
Yeah.
So it's nice to take the time for that, or to take the time away to keep things fresh. You sometimes need to take distance. I think it's very healthy, more healthy than bands that would just go and wear themselves out. So I only can see this in a very positive way. Nevertheless, this World Tour will last for a fair amount of months. We have a lot of places we're still going to, and indeed, as you said, another month here in North America that we're looking forward to a lot. So it's not there yet, but until that time, we will rock your socks off.
Awesome. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see you come back through here not too long then.
Yeah.
After the break.
We will be back.